24 facts that you didn't know about Yeeky's rapper Nicki Minaj. Once upon a time, Nicki Minaj was once just an aspiring waitress working hard to get the music industry to notice her. This is the story of how Nicki Minaj grafted to become the most prominent female rapper in the world. First, what is Nicki Minaj's ethnicity? Nicki Minaj is of mixed heritage and is 1/4 Indian. Her late father, Robert Miraz, is of Indo-Trinidadian descent, while her mother, Carol Miraz, is of Afro-Trinidadian descent. Her nationality is Trinidadian. Second, what is Nicki Minaj's real name? Nicki Minaj's full name is Onika Tanya Miraz. She started off her rap career using the name Nicki Miraz before later settling for the name Nicki Minaj. According to rumors, she didn't like the name Minaj as it had sexual connotations but later accepted the title. Third, was Nicki Minaj in Steven Universe? In 2014, Nicki Minaj voiced the character of Sugi Light in the Cartoon Network series Steven Universe, a show about a team of magical guardians who protect the Earth. Sugi Light made her debut in the episode Coach Steven, credit Cartoon Network. Fourth, how old is Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj was born in 8th December 1982, making her currently 39 years old. The rapper started her career at an early age in her native New York and only released her debut mixtape Playtime Is Over in 2007 when she was around 22 years old. Fifth, Nicki Minaj released her fourth studio album Queen in 2018. Her first album since 2014's The Pink Print, Minaj released her fourth studio album Queen in 2018. The Young Money rapper teased fans in 2017 with the release of 3 new songs, No Frauds, Regret in Your Tears and Changed It. Hit songs on the album include Chun-Li, Bed with Ariana Grande, Barbie Dreams and Good Form. Sixth, what is Nicki Minaj's Twitter account? Nicki Minaj is very active on social media and tweets using the handle @Nicki Minaj. The rapper often interacts directly with her fans and keeps everyone up to date with her latest releases. 7th, is Anaconda Nicki Minaj's biggest song? Nicki Minaj released her hit single Anaconda back in August 2014 and quickly followed it up with a video that broke the internet. The New York rapper stripped down to her gym gear in the racy viral video that currently has almost 1 billion views on YouTube. 8th, does Nicki Minaj have a game? Nicki Minaj released her own mobile game, Nicki Minaj The Empire, in December 2016. The Young Money rapper worked alongside gaming heavyweight Glue Mobile to create a rival to popular apps by Kim Kardashian, Britney Spears and Katy Perry. 9th, when did Nicki Minaj date Safari Samuels? Nicki Minaj dated rapper Safari Samuels for over 11 years. The former couple kept their relationship secret in the early stages of her music career before going their separate ways in 2014. Minaj revealed that their messy breakup left her emotionally unstable. 10th, what is Nicki Minaj's net worth this year? According to website Celebrity Net Worth, Nicki Minaj is currently worth over $80 million. The rapper's successful music career is also completed by a variety of savvy business moves, including ventures into the tech and alcohol markets. 11th, is Nicki Minaj dating Drake? Nicki Minaj and Drake have a long, complicated history of relationship rumors. Drake has previously confessed his love for the New York rapper and has also suggested that he wanted to marry her in the past, while Nicki Minaj has also played her part in fueling rumors over the years. However, the pair have never confirmed whether they have actually dated. 12th, when did Nicki Minaj date Meek Mill? Nicki Minaj dated Philadelphia rapper Meek Mill for over 2 years before publicly announcing their split on social media. The pair sparked a series of engagement rumors before eventually ending their relationship in January 2017. However, the reasons behind their split are still unknown. 13th, Nicki Minaj started her music career in a rap group called Hood Stars. There were 3 other members in the group: Lou Star, Skag Beezy, and 7even Up. The extent of their success was recording the entrance song for WWE's Diva Victoria titled Don't Mess With in 2004. 14th, in 2007, Minaj released her first mixtape, Playtime Is Over. Under the Dirty Money record label, Minaj went on to release 2 more mixtapes. Sucker Free came in 2008 and Beam Me Up Scooty was released the year after. 15th, in August 2009, Nicki Minaj signed with Young Money Entertainment. Once again, Nicki's hard work and strong talent meant she was catching the right people's eyes. This time, it was Lil Wayne who got in touch and took her over to Young Money, the same label that owns Tyga and Drake. 16th, Minaj hooked up with Kanye West, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z on Monster. A year before her album dropped, Nicki gained herself a verse on a track with 3 of rap's biggest players. Many regarded her verse on Monster as the best, so at this point everyone was waiting to see what she came up with on album. 17th, Super Bass was released as the album's 5th single in May 2011. The single charted within the top 10 in the US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada. As of May 2012, the single had sold more than 4 million digital copies and was certified 8x Platinum. 18th, Nicki Minaj's second studio album, Pink Friday Roman Reloaded, was released in April 2012. She announced that a second album was on the way in November 2011 on her Twitter page, and eventually it arrived, although it was 2 months later than initially planned. 19th, the first single of Pink Friday Roman Reloaded was Starships. The single peaked at number 2 in the UK, a personal best for Minaj, and reached number 5 in the US. Starships went on to become one of the year's best-selling singles. 20th, does Nicki Minaj have a boyfriend? Nicki Minaj has had 3 famous exes. Her first public relationship was with her partner of 12 years, Safari Samuels. A few years after the split, Nicki started dating her longtime friend Meek Mill, and they dated for over a year before she revealed that they had split in January 2017. Nicki has been linked to Nas and has been playfully flirting online with Eminem, but is now married to childhood sweetheart Kenneth Petty. 21st, what films has Nicki Minaj been in? Nicki Minaj has starred in a number of films and animations like Barber Shop, The Next Cut, The Other Woman, and Ice Age: A Continental Drift. 22nd, what is Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z's relationship? Nicki Minaj has always looked up to Jay-Z and sees him as a role model. In an interview with Marie Claire in 2016, she claimed that Jay-Z inspires her so much that she believes that anything he could do, I can do. Nicki is also one of the artists that are co-owners of Jay-Z's online streaming service Tidal. 23rd, who is Nicki Minaj's mother? Nicki Minaj's mother is called Carol Maraz. She is married to husband Robert Maraz and has 3 children, Nicki Minaj, Jehlani Maraz, and Ming Maraz. 24th, does Nicki Minaj have a new song with BTS? Nicki Minaj has collaborated with BTS on an alternative version of their single Idol. The version featuring Nicki will be available to stream on digital platforms, while the original is the lead single taken from their new album, Love Yourself, Answer. Rumors started after a video leaked online appearing to show somebody shazamming the song.
Your bitch want party with Cardi. Party in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shining all over my body. Cardi got the bitch on Molly. Bitch, you ain't gang, you lame. I'm truck in a lane. Go off the brain. I'm going insane. Pick up a chick on the chain. Pick up a chick in the flame. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Cardi put the pussy on upset. Cardi be brain on offset. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Cardi put the pussy on offset. Cardi be brain on offset. Who got this motherfucker started? Who took your bitch at the party? I took your bitch at the party. Who let me blast Martian? Who let on blink in the cut? Who got the bricks in the truck? The diamonds go hit like a bitch on a bitch ass bitch. Bitch, you don't wanna be caught. Man, bottom MJ, moonwalk on a bitch. Moonwalking through your flick. I'm moonwalking in the six. 50 with your kid, moonbox in this bitch. I'm from the motherfucking Bronx. I keep the pump in the trunk. Bitch, if you bad, then jump. I leave your bitch in the slump. Your bitch won't party with party. Party in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body. Shining all over my body. Cardi got your bitch on Molly. Bitch, you ain't gang, you lame. I'm truck in a lane. Go off the brain. I'm insane. Pick up a chick on the chain. Pick up a chick in the flame. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Cardi put the pussy on offset. Cardi be brain on offset. Cardi took your man, you upset. Cardi got rich, they upset. Cardi put the pussy on offset. Cardi be brain on offset.
Your bitch wanna party with a savage. Signing my savage and ass. High-end cars and fashion. I don't eat pussy, I'm fat. I'm a blood, my brother crippin'. Bitch, I'm drippin', ho, you trippin'. Talk the waitress, I ain't tippin'. I like hot sauce on my chicken. I put a rubber off and I put hot sauce on her tip. I'm in a Bentley truck, she keep on sucking like it's 10 and 20. All these VVS, nigga, my
Her first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, in 2018, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and was named the number 1 female rap album of the 2010s by Billboard. Critically acclaimed, it made Cardi B the only woman to win the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album as a solo artist and marked the first female rap album in 15 years nominated for Album of the Year. It spawned 2 number 1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 with Bodak Yellow. Cardi B became the first female rapper to achieve a diamond certified song by the RIAA and the first to top the Hot 100 with a solo output in 19 years, while I Like It marked the first time a female rapper attained multiple number 1 songs on the chart. Her Hot 100 number 1 collaboration, Girls Like You with brand Maroon 5, made her the only female rapper to achieve multiple diamond certified songs by the RIAA. She has since released 2 singles from her upcoming second album, WAP in 2020 and Up in 2021, both of which topped the Hot 100 and other charts globally. Recognized by Forbes as one of the most influential female rappers of all the time, Cardi B holds various records among women in hip-hop. She is the female rapper with the most number 1 singles, 5, on the Billboard Hot 100, the only to achieve the multiple number 1s with the solo songs and the only to achieve number 1s in 2 decades from 2010 to 2020s on the chart. She is the female rapper with the most diamond certified songs by RIAA, the highest certified female rapper of all time on their top artist ranking, on which she is also among the 10 highest certified women and the female rapper with the most songs with a billion streams on Spotify, where she also has the most streamed female rap album. She was the first lead artist to top the inaugural Billboard Global 200. Her accolades include a Grammy Award, 8 Billboard Music Awards, 6 Guinness World Records, 6 American Music Awards, 14 BET Hip Hop Awards, and 2 ASCAP Songwriter of the Year Awards. In 2018, Time magazine included her on the annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world. And in 2020, Billboard honored her as Woman of the Year. Outside of music, she became the creative director of entertainment magazine Playboy in 2022. Cardi B is facing backlash after claiming that she is raising her children so that they never feel comfortable in their privileged lifestyle shortly before gifting her daughter $50,000 for her 4th birthday. The 29-year-old rapper, who shares 2 children with husband Offset, opened up about the ways she is instilling humility and a work ethic into her children in an interview with Vogue Singapore for the outlet's July or August issue. They need to know to never feel comfortable. Don't ever feel like I'm going to get it because I'm Cardi and Offset's kid, the singer said. They are never going to know what struggle feels like, so they might not have that hunger I had to leave the streets. Cardi says her and Offset's success makes it even more important for her children to know that working towards one's goal is more respected. Even though my kids are well off, I want them to know that when you work for things and achieve it, it's more respected, especially when people see that you have bust your ass for it, she said. However, fans are now questioning the sincerity of the rapper's comments as they were published just before Cardi B and Offset celebrated their daughter Culture's 4th birthday by gifting her $50,000 in cash. The birthday, which was celebrated at the Candytopia exhibit in Atlanta, Georgia, and the gift was documented in a video posted to Offset's Instagram stories, where the 4-year-old was seen holding a large stack of cash. After Cardi asked her daughter what she was holding, Culture said she was holding a ticket, which is slang for $1 million, according to page 6. Her father then corrected her, "It's a ticket? A ticket is $1 million, girl. That's 50. Say 50. In response, one person tweeted of the moment says, "The person who just handed her 4-year-old $50,000 for her birthday." Another said, "Didn't she gift her 4-year-old a wad of cash? Actions don't match the words." Others acknowledged that this wasn't the first time Cardi B and Offset had given their daughter a lavish gift, as the couple previously gave Culture a hot pink Birkin bag. Ah yes, nothing quite so grounding as Birkin of your own before you can wipe your own ass. One person tweeted in response to Cardi B's recent claim. He broke an American Music Awards record. In October 2016, Drake set the record for most AMA nominations. He ranked in 13 noms, beating Michael Jackson's 11 nominations from 1984, and won 4 awards: Favorite Rap or Hip Hop Album, Favorite Song, Soul or R&B Album, Favorite Song, Rap or Hip Hop, and Favorite Rap or Hip Hop Artist. And he made history at the Billboard Music Awards. Sorry Adele, Drake made BBMA's history by winning 13 awards, the most any artist has won at the show in a single night. You go, Drake. Drake rose to fame as a Canadian TV star. Drake joined the cast of Degrassi, The Next Generation in 2001 when he was only 15 years old. He played Jimmy Brooks, a basketball star who had to use a wheelchair after being shot. His real name is Aubrey Graham. Drake is actually his middle name, and we get it. Aubrey Graham just isn't a great rapper name. He is the biggest chart topper for men. It's not just all talk and humble brags. As of August 2017, the indomitable Drake spent 51 consecutive weeks on the top 10 singles chart, setting a new record for male artists. The streak started in October 2015 with Hotline Bling. Before Drake broke the mold, The Weeknd was close behind at 45 consecutive weeks in 2015. He has a record-setting Hot 100 run. Drake became the first ever artist to log 8 straight years on the Hot 100 in May 2017. When Best I Ever Had debuted in 2009, it marked the beginning of his 431 consecutive week run on the Billboard Hot 100. It wasn't until August 2017 that his record streak came to an end and he was absent from the Hot 100 for the first time ever. He dated Rihanna. While many people remember the infamous fight between Chris Brown and Drake at a nightclub, not as many people remember the reason for the fight. It's embarrassing the amount of media coverage, Drake said. According to the New York Daily News, two rappers fighting over the woman. He's not even a rapper, but still, it's the way you want your name out there. It distracts from the music, but he has made me the enemy, and that's the way it's gonna stay, I guess. The relationship was rumored, but the fight and the aftermath made it seem like he was protecting his girlfriend. And the reports of Drake and Rihanna's secret romance live on. Rihanna even kissed Drake in public after his very emotional ode to her at the 2016 MTV VMAs. Then they reportedly made it official, but in October 2017, Rihanna totally snubbed Drake and declined to attend his birthday party. Who knows with these two? He freaking loves Harry Potter. You read that right. Drake is a die-hard Harry Potter fan. He loves the franchise so much he has been searching the globe for 4 years for the first edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. In November 2017, during an interview with Billboard, Drake said of the first edition book they found on the market for $16,000, "I should get it. My birthday is coming up. Maybe I'll buy it for myself as a treat." He is a good skater. As Drake hails from Canada, does this even come as a surprise? He is a triple threat for music, acting, and maybe dancing. And now he can add ice skating to his showbiz resume. One of Drake's sources confirmed that he took Rihanna ice skating on a friendly type of date to help her work on her moves. He has got a weird fan base, and by weird we mean weirdly wonderful. If it's not an internet tidal wave of playful haters poking fun at Drake's Hotline Bling dad dancing, it's hilarious fans who aspire to combine their love of rap with their love of baked goods. In February 2016, a Drake-inspired foodie Instagram account surfaced, featuring adorable little cakes decorated with his song's lyrics. He is a bad dancer, IRL. Speaking of Hotline Bling, which is one of the funniest meme fodder to hit the interwebs in 2015, Drake's viral dad dance may be an actual reflection of how he gets down in a real life. MTV caught Drake awkwardly dancing to a courtside beat at the LA Clippers game in November 2015, and fans have witnessed plenty of his unique dance moves at his live shows. He knows how to poke fun at himself. Drake sees you haters and he's raising you on. He has a neon art piece by Los Angeles artist Patrick Martinez that says, "Less Drake, more Tupac," hung up on his apartment wall. Drake said it allows him to take a certain ownership of the haters. "I love it. I mean, people are entitled to their opinion, but this opinion, I'd just rather it be here than anywhere else," he told Billboard. And in an interview with Complex in 2011, he said, "I'm staring at the wall, man. And first, it was just an anger. I felt like ripping that shit down. That's my name up there. I am representative of this generation and this guy loved Pac enough to make this piece and that's fucking amazing, man. He was raised Jewish. Drake's mother is a Jewish Canadian and he attended a Jewish day school and even had 2 bar mitzvahs. He makes his own whiskey. Canadian whiskey, Canadian rapper. Surely you can see where this is heading. Drake launched his own whiskey brand Virginia Black in June 2016. Within the first year, it sold 30,000 cases globally. And it's doing so well, in fact, that in January 2018, Drake and spirits entrepreneur Brent Hawking announced they would take the whiskey brand public, allowing investors to buy stock to help redefine whiskey. He has appeared in children programs including Ice Age Continental Drift. Drake is not only still acting but also doing some voice acting as well. He appeared in Ice Age Continental Drift in 2012 as Ethan the Young Mammoth. He started his rap career through a series of mixtapes. Drake began making mixtapes in 2006 and started gaining national attention. He was featured on Bet and was supported by rappers Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne. He was finally signed to Universal Motown in 2009. It runs in the family. Where did Drake get this ridiculous rap talent from? While he was raised by his single mother in Canada, his musical powers might be all in the family. Drake's father, Dennis Graham, was a drummer who played with Jerry Lee Lewis, and Drake's uncle, Larry Graham, also played bass for Prince. He has written songs for artists such as Alicia Keys and Jamie Foxx. Drake has won numerous awards for his songwriting abilities. He wrote Unthinkable for Alicia Keys and co-wrote Fall for Your Type for Jamie Foxx. He had a crush on Nicki Minaj. They may or may not have ever been a thing, but Drake admitted back in 2010 that Nicki Minaj was his inspiration for Unthinkable. He told MTV in 2010 about his crush. I have always really had a crush on her. Always really loved her, and she's always looked at me as like her little brother, he said. He is a fan of the Miami Heat. Drake was videotaped outside the Heat locker room after their victory in Game 7 of the NBA Finals in June 2013. The video shows Drake being denied access because he didn't have a media pass. He has a thing for gorgeous pools. Before he was a big deal, Drake spent a lot of time googling epic residential pools and dreaming of his first home in LA in 2012. After becoming a multimillionaire, the home worth $7.7 million came with one of the same beautiful pools Drake had seen while googling. With an 80-foot water slide, flat screen TVs in the grotto, elk statues, and flame-spitting iron torches. Drake's property was aptly named the YOLO Estate. Drake put the home up for the sale for $20 million in January 2017. He has a heart of gold. As if you needed one more reason to dig on Drake, beyond his mad musical skills, he is known for taking time out of his busy schedule to give back. While this story only adds fuel on the ongoing Drake and Rihanna rumor mill. The pair posted a picture of themselves in May 2016 visiting a fan who had cancer and was also a Drake superfan, following Drake's surprise cameo at Rihanna's concert in Miami. According to Drake's #1 fan Megan, the visit was the best day of her life. He teamed up with Netflix. In November 2017, Drake told The Hollywood Reporter his plans to work in TV and film production. He confirmed to them that he was working with Netflix as executive producer to revive Top Boy, a popular British TV drama that ran from 2011 to 2013. The show is set to debut on Netflix in early 2019. 20 Things You Didn't Know About DJ Khaled. One of the most popular hip-hop artists around today is DJ Khaled. The famed producer, social media personality got his start in business at urban radio stations. He then moved on working as a DJ where he proved himself to be an immense talent. Take a look at any of his social media accounts and why he has millions upon millions of followers. His huge personality and charisma is a part of what has made him one of the biggest names in music. Here are 20 things that you probably didn't know about DJ Khaled. First, egg whites. He eats egg whites every day and has a personal chef, Chef D. One of his favorite dishes that she cooks is egg rolls, and he has often posted pictures of the chef's creation on his Instagram account. Beyond that, Khaled has various tastes in cuisine and he has a particular weak spot for soul food, but he doesn't typically bother cooking in the kitchen himself. Second, favorite album. DJ Khaled has had plenty of hits, but his favorite album is Buju Banton's Till Shiloh. Khaled has listened to reggae and dancehall music for most of his life, and it's one of his all-time favorite genres. When he is listening to music for pleasure, it's highly likely that Jamaican music can be found on his playlist, especially songs from Buju Banton. Third, sneaker collection. His sneaker collection is well known and he literally owns thousands of pairs. His favorite are the Jordan 3, which makes sense as one of his favorite athletes of all the time is Michael Jordan. Of course, like he does with so many things in his life, Khaled often posts about the kicks that he is wearing on his social media accounts. Demand to see his sneaker collection got so big that he finally relented and let the website complex take a look inside. Most people have closets for their entire wardrobe, but DJ Khaled has a full sneaker closet that's floor to ceiling, filled with exclusive sneakers and a larger than some people's bedrooms. Not only does he have a custom closet that houses and displays his sneaks, Khaled has a specially built trunk that holds his most prized selections. Fourth, Bob Marley. The celebrity that Khaled wishes he could have met is Bob Marley. Khaled is a huge fan of reggae music and culture. However, he is friends with the Marley family, has visited their homes, and has performed as a DJ at their events. Two music icons that Khaled did get to meet before they passed include Tupac Shakur and the Notorious Big. The Birdman Connection. He was on site when Birdman first met Lil Wayne. Khaled was working one of his first jobs ever at New Orleans record store called Odyssey Records way back in 1993, when people still poured into stores to buy cassettes and vinyl. One day, the store hosted an autograph signing with the founders of Cash Money Records. Brothers Slim and Brian Birdman Williams went up with a 10-year-old Lil Wayne. Wayne freestyled for the duo. They were impressed. Khaled looked on and the rest is hip-hop history. Things may not be copacetic between Lil Wayne and Birdman these days, but it's incredible how each of these stars met well before they were all insanely famous. Sixth, Terror Squad. DJ Khaled was a member of the Terror Squad, which was headed by another pair of hip-hop brothers, Fat Joe and Big Pun. The two were big inspirations for Khaled and he considers each to be as on list of his all-time favorite music artists. Khaled's first album in 2006 was released as part of the Terror Squad, and back then he called himself Terror Squadian. Khaled joined the team after Big Pun had passed away, but he gained a ton of valuable insight during his time with the crew that helped him later on in his career. 7th, former name. DJ Khaled wasn't always DJ Khaled. He had a number of different nicknames throughout his career. In addition to Beat, Novocaine, The Don Dada, Big Dog Pitbull, Mr. Miami, and Terror Squadron, he used to go by the name Arab Attack. All of his monikers were created in jest, but the latter was the one that stood out most after 9/11. For the sake of avoiding unnecessary controversy and drama, he changed his name soon after the historic event. Former producer. He used to be a producer before becoming a DJ. He never completely left the studio and he has worked with a long list of artists and has produced many hits. DJ Khaled is most known for his mixing and mastering instead of rapping on tracks. 9th, Rolls-Royce. His Rolls-Royce has a starry facade on its roof and he's referred to his car with stars in many interviews. It's not uncommon for hip-hop celebrities to own custom Rolls-Royce, but it's interesting that Khaled chose to put a starry roof on his ride rather than some ostentatious display. For him, it's not just about decorating the car, but how it symbolizes his career. 10th, his big break. DJ Khaled's first big break in the industry was co-hosting Uncle Luke's radio show, The Luke Show, in 1998. It was the second radio gig that he had ever had, and he joined hip-hop veteran Luther Uncle Luke Campbell in a show that was essentially a predecessor to modern-day urban favorites such as the Breakfast Club. Khaled did a good job of establishing himself as a radio personality, which eventually opened up other avenues for him in the music industry. In 2003, Khaled went on to host a weeknight radio program on Vedar, which he did for many years. 11th, DJ Battles. Khaled has enough talent that he has faced another hip-hop industry artist in friendly competitions. In 2000, he won a DJ battle in Jamaica at an event that was called Fully Loaded against Wyclef Jean, an artist who is well regarded for his musical expertise. The contest was all in the fun and the two men are on good terms. Those in attendance got some grade A entertainment and the event is still talked about in hip-hop circles today. 12th, Fake Proposal. A few years ago, DJ Khaled pulled a media stunt where he proposed to fellow hip-hop artist Nicki Minaj to promote his single I Wanna Be With You. Speculation went wild about whether it was real and rumors started to come out of nowhere about the two being in a serious hidden relationship for years. However, none of it was legit. Yes, the ring that he used to propose to Nicki cost $500,000, but they have never been in a relationship and it was a joke. The world may have been fooled by the proposal to Nicki Minaj, but she wasn't. She thought the whole stunt was hilarious, and when all was said, done, she left it was exactly the kind of thing Khaled would do. Incredibly goofy and random. Khaled and Nicki have been good friends for years and they are still close. 13th, his favorite song. DJ Khaled has wide music taste, but many are surprised to find out what his favorite song ever is. It's not a hip-hop or rap classic, as might be expected, but a soul hit, Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing. Being that Khaled grew up in the early 80s, it's easy to see how this song that was hugely popular then and now came to be his favorite. 14th, Miami Ties. DJ Khaled grew up and was born in Louisiana, but he is also closely tied to Miami because of the amount of time that he has spent there. He worked in Miami, has performed too many times to count there, and he has owned property in the famous city. Khaled often reps Miami, though he also makes no bones about the love he has for his hometown. 15th, Dating Life. For many years, Khaled has dated fellow Palestinian American Nicole Tuck. She has been very quiet and behind the scenes during their relationship, and many of Khaled's fans didn't even know he was dating anyone. However, the two got engaged, and then the world came to know of their relationship when Nicole was revealed to be expecting their first child. Nicole appeared with DJ Khaled at a red carpet event before an awards show, and he was seen doting on her publicly. The Baby, a Boy, which make his debut in the fall of 2016, and it will be the first child for each of them. 16th, DJ Khaled's net worth. DJ Khaled's net worth hovers around $30 million, but not all of his fortune came from being in the music industry. He is also a restaurateur and is the owner of the Miami restaurant called Finger Licking. The eatery is a casual, well-appointed spot that serves American comfort food, particularly that from the South. Customer favorites at the restaurant include the red velvet cake and fried chicken wings, grilled steak, shrimp croissants which pay homage to the city where the DJ is from, and fried lobster are also on the menu. The offerings there definitely reflect Khaled's taste in food. So far, the DJ's foray into the restaurant business has gone well and finger licking is a success. 17. Major key alert: Snapchat. DJ Khaled has posted all manner of exploits on Snapchat, and he is one of the most active and well-followed celebrities currently active on the social media platform. If you go to his page, his name on Snapchat is DJ Khaled 305. You will see a swarm of funny photos. You will catch a bit of him traveling, in the studio, joking around and hipping up his talent. However, on one occasion he recorded something entirely different that he usually does on the site when he became lost at the sea. While he was out jet skiing, things went wrong and it was broadcast online for all to see. Khaled was alone at night on the water and he was definitely scared by the experience, but he managed to stay calm. Funnily enough, the incident started when he drove the jet ski to the Miami home of his friend rapper Rick Ross. After the two hung out, Khaled headed back home when it was getting dark, which is how he got lost. Jet skis don't have lights. 18th, goal-oriented. One key to DJ Khaled's success is his belief in staying focused on goals. He has always been ambitious, but keeping his eyes on the prize is why you don't see him taking steps backward, living a reckless lifestyle or getting into legal trouble. The other secret to his success is that he prefers to stay positive and won't allow himself to wallow in negativity. He has said in interviews that he thinks harboring negative emotions blocks fulfillment in all areas of life, and he thinks it's a major waste of time. 19. Social media rise. His popularity on social media has led to many young fans calling DJ Khaled an internet phenomenon. Even though he has been in the music business for decades and truly achieved fame on the radio, still his antics online are epic, hilarious, and are behind why DJ Khaled is often referred to as a living meme. He rarely takes himself seriously and has released videos that have attracted attention from millions around the world. 20th, it's all Khaled. Khaled is his first and last name. The musician was born Khaled Muhammad Khaled on November 26, 1975 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Both of his parents were Palestinian immigrants and musicians. Growing up, Khaled heard Arabic music and the sounds of his community, which got him interested in the rap and soul genres. Being heavily into music themselves, Khaled's parents have always supported his endeavors and dreams of becoming a music industry pro. 10 Dark Secrets of Donald J. Trump. In the history of US politics, no candidate has been as mind-blowing controversial as Donald Trump. The former businessman is ridiculed by the media as a national joke, a buffoon who constantly puts his foot in it. But at least he is not as openly corrupt as Hillary Clinton, right? If only it turns out that Donald J. Trump has been involved in some pretty shady stuff over the last few decades, stuff that's murky at best and downright unpleasant at worst. 10th, running a scam university. First, you should know that Trump University wasn't a university. This is important because New York State prohibits calling your company a university if it isn't one. Second, you should know that it was a scam company dedicated to fleecing millions from vulnerable people. TU has been called a classic bait and switch scheme. All the classes were geared toward making students sign up for the expensive seminars where they would learn Trump's personal techniques. Once there, the entire seminar involved pressuring them to sign up for a $35,000 mentorship program. Those who joined the program reportedly learned nothing beyond generic techniques and never once personally met Trump. In fact, TU so badly misrepresented itself that the New York Attorney General's office is now taking the candidate to the court. 9th, running a scam charity. The Donald J. Trump Foundation is an unusual charity. The money it raises doesn't always go to good causes. Trump has previously used its funds to treat himself to insane gifts. In one case, Trump used $20,000 of the foundation's cash to buy a painting of himself that was 2 meters, which is 6 feet high. There is literally no definition of the word charity that includes buying paintings of Donald Trump for Donald Trump. This would be one thing if the charity used Trump's own money. It doesn't. The foundation is funded entirely by other philanthropists, unusually for a foundation its founder hasn't even given since 2008. Instead, Trump has used the foundation's charitable status to get donations from other rich people. Then he gives these donations away to second charities, making himself look philanthropic. He even won an award for giving $150,000 to a police association, despite every cent originally coming from the Evans Foundation. 8th, terrorizing tenants. In 1981, Trump purchased a building off Central Park, hoping to demolish it and turn it into condos. The residents living there refused to move. Trump responded by acting like the landlord from hell. For 5 years, Trump cut off heat and hot water even during freezing New York winters. He refused to fix leaks. He allowed a rat infestation to take hold. He told the building manager to spy on tenants. He allowed a construction team to start work at 7 a.m. every day directly above an apartment where an old woman lay dying of cancer. When she complained, he did nothing. Things got really bizarre when Trump decided he would house homeless people in the building. Residents said it was a ploy to drive them out. The whole thing wound up in court and Trump eventually backed down. He now denies the incidents ever took place. 7th, knowingly employing illegal immigrants. One of the Trump's signature policies is to deport illegal immigrants. Yet in the 1980s, Trump knowingly employed undocumented Polish workers to help build Trump Tower. Trump denies this, but several witnesses from the incident, including an FBI informant, have tested under oath that Trump knew he was employing illegal immigrants. They claim that he made them work 7 days a week without safety gear in a dangerous environment and repeatedly refused to pay even the measly $5 an hour he was offering. Trump went to great lengths to make his workers live hell. At one point, he threatened to report them to the Immigration and Naturalization Service and have them deported if they complained. Many were made to sleep at the construction site. Things only improved when the Poles threatened to sue for part ownership of the building. 6th, using campaign contributions to buy his own book. Many ordinary people have contributed to Donald Trump's campaign. Most of them probably expected their money to go toward defeating Hillary in November. Very few of them likely expected Trump to use their money to buy $55,000 worth of his own book. To be fair, some high-profile writers have been known to buy bulk 500 copies of their latest work, but they don't use presidential campaign funds or buy between 3,000 to 5,000 copies at retail price. The retail price bit is important because it suggests that Trump may have been using campaign funds to get himself on the New York Times bestsellers list. At best, this is deeply narcissistic At worst, Trump may have been hoping to pocket the realities. The Daily Beast claimed that he was doing just that, a move which should be deeply illegal. Fifth, needless, endless lying. Trump has been accused of lying countless times during his campaign. It's one thing to hear a random website say it. It's another to hear an admission coming straight from Trump's mouth. In a 2007 court case, Trump was asked under oath to verify the truth of multiple past statements. He wound up admitting that 30 of them were lies. The lies ranged from the size of his wealth to recent business deals he had made to the number of people on his payroll. Some were exaggerations, some were distortions, some were just straight-up lies. All are now on file in court documents. This is important because Trump's campaign is built on telling unpalatable truths. In the primaries, he even made a point of calling Ted Cruz a lying Ted. Fourth, political irresponsibility. In July 2016, the New York Times ran a quote from a member of Joan Kasic's campaign staff with disturbing implications. They claimed that Trump's long-term political plan is essentially to hand the office of president over to his vice president after the election. The staffer claimed that Kasich has been offered the role of vice president by Trump. Trump's campaign asked if Kasich would like to be the most powerful vice president in the history. He would take over domestic and foreign policy. Meanwhile, President Trump's role would simply be making America great again. In other words, Kasich would have been president with Trump acting as a self-glorifying figurehead. If true, this is hugely irresponsible. It suggests that Trump wants to win and then just step aside. Aside from being unprecedented, it would also amount to lying to the electorate and using something as serious as a presidential election for nothing more than trivial gains. Third, accusations of racism. For over 40 years, Trump has been dogged by accusations of racism. In 1973, Trump and his father were sued by the Department of Justice for refusing to rent to blacks. Although Trump never admitted wrongdoing, he was forced to sign an agreement that he wouldn't discriminate against blacks in the future. In the 1980s, 2 Trump casinos were accused of forcing black people off the floor when high rollers were playing. One casino was found guilty and fined. In 1991, a book claimed that Trump said laziness was a trait in blacks. The accusations go on. In 1989, Trump took out a full-page ad in NYC calling for the execution of 4 black teenagers suspected of raping a white woman in Central Park. All 4 were later found innocent. Second, belief in conspiracy theories. A basic qualification for president is the ability to distinguish between serious, real-world matters and paranoid internet conspiracy theories. Donald Trump fails to reach this standard. Over the years, he has repeatedly stated his own belief in utter nonsense. Famously, Trump long believed the birther theory that Obama wasn't born in the US. Trump has also claimed that climate change is a Chinese conspiracy to undercut US manufacturing. Vaccines give children autism. Ted Cruz's father assassinated JFK, and Justice Antonin Scalia was murdered. Trump also thinks that America's unemployment rate is 42%, but the real figure is hidden to make Obama look good. For the record, it's around 5%. These are not normal things for a presidential candidate to believe. At best, they show Trump is exceptionally naive. At worst, they show he is actively unbalanced. First, murky ties to Vladimir Putin. Trump has praised Russian strongman Vladimir Putin as a strong leader, insinuated that Obama should be more like him, and called on the Kremlin to hack Hillary's emails. When Trump was delivering his most pro Putin sound bites, his campaign manager was Paul Manafort, someone who took enormous sums of money from Russia-backed regimes. Manafort was later dropped by Trump, but the links don't stop there. Time documented many murky connections between Trump's businesses and Russian interests linked to the Kremlin. Several business deals, partly financed by Russian racketeering to top Trump staffers, linked to Putin's inner circle. It seems that Trump is almost intimately connected with Putin's Russia. Time even alleged possible ties to Russian gangsters. Top 10 richest people in the world. The list of the world's richest person can vary from year to year, depending on their latest net worth and financial performance. Here is the latest list of the world's top 10 richest persons based on the real-time Bloomberg Billionaires Index of August 30, 2022, and some interesting facts about each of them. 10th, Larry Ellison, $93.3 billion. Larry Ellison has a net worth of $93.3 billion, which he earned from Oracle, the software firm he co-founded in 1977. He quit as the CEO of the company in 2014, and since then he functions as the chairman of the board and chief technology advisor of the company. Ellison has also been on board of Tesla since December 2018 after he purchased 3 million shares earlier that year. He owns nearly all of Hawaii Island, Lanai. 9th, Steve Ballmer, $93.7 billion. Steve Ballmer is an influential American business magnate and investor. He served Microsoft as a chief executive officer from 2000 to 2014. He currently owns the Los Angeles Clippers of the National Basketball Association. Ballmer still remains a shareholder in the Windows operating system, the Xbox game console, and Surface tablet computers. 8th, Sergey Brin, $95.8 billion. The co-founder and board member of Alphabet, Sergey Brin has a net worth of $95.8 billion, which ranks him in the 8th position among the world's richest persons. He co-founded Google along with Larry Page in 1998, which went public in 2004 and became Alphabet in 2015. 7th, Larry Page, $100 billion. Larry Page, the co-founder of Google, has a net worth of $100 billion and ranks in the 7th position among the world's richest persons. He has also invested in Planetary Resources, the famed space exploration company, and is also funding Flying Car, startup companies Kitty Hawk and Opener. 6th, Warren Buffett, $100 billion. Popularly known as the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett is seen as one of the most successful investors of all the times. He runs Berkshire Hathaway that owns over 60 companies, including the famous ones Geico Insurance, Duracell, Dairy Queen Restaurant. His net worth is $100 billion. The son of a US congressman, he bought the first stock at the age of 11. 5th, Bill Gates, $117 billion. The co-founder of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates has a net worth of $117 billion. Having founded the software giant Microsoft along with the Paul Allen, Bill Gates eventually sold away much of his stakes in the company, retaining just 1% of the shares and investing the rest in stocks and other assets. Bill Gates entered the $100 billion club last year in April when Microsoft share price surged post-earnings. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is the world's largest private charitable foundation. 4th, Bernard Arnault and family, $136 billion. LVMH France chairman and CEO Bernard Arnault is the fourth richest person on the earth today. His net worth is $136 billion, resulting from his business across an empire of more than 70 brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. French businessman and Europe's richest man, Bernard Arnault earned the $100 billion fortune last year in December. Third, Gautam Adani and family, $137 billion. Promoter of the Adani Group, Gautam Adani has segregated his multi-million business fortune into energy, logistics, agriculture, aerospace, and other sectors. The Adani Group is a multinational conglomerate dealing with port operations and developments in India, making Adani the richest man in Asia. Second, Jeff Bezos, $153 billion. Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos has a net worth of $153 billion and ranks as the second richest person on the earth today. His position remains the same even after divorcing his wife, Mackenzie, in 2019 and transferring a quarter of his stake in Amazon to her. Bezos founded the behemoth Amazon in 1994 out of his garage in Seattle. The e-commerce giant has reaped the benefits of this coronavirus pandemic with more people shopping online. First, Elon Musk, $251 billion. Elon Musk is working to revolutionize transportation both on Earth through electric car maker Tesla and in space via rocket producer SpaceX. Elon Musk's electric car company Tesla is now valued at nearly $800 billion. Currently, his net worth is $251 billion. Musk's rocket company SpaceX is now valued at nearly $100 billion. Tesla has become the world's most valuable automaker with a market capitalization of $800 billion in October 2021. Taylor Swift is one of the most iconic singers of this generation and has released several songs that have topped the charts. She has a fan following of millions and people from across the globe love her. However, recently the singer was in the limelight over a few copyright infringement claims. Previously, the Blank Space singer hit the headlines after her classic song Shake It Off was sued by songwriters Sean Hall and Nathan Butler. They alleged that 2014 song's lyrics were copied from their 2001 song Players Gonna Play, but Taylor denied these claims and said that she improvised the lyrics. Now, as per TMZ, Taylor Swift is facing another copyright claim over her 2010 self-published book of poetry, Lover. It was a companion booklet to her 2019 album of the same name. An author, Teresa Lardard, has alleged that Swift ripped off her own book of poems, anecdotes, and photos and has slapped a whopping 7.9 crore or $1 million copyright lawsuit. The lawsuit also alleged that someone from Taylor Swift's team saw Lardard's book and decided to replicate the book's vibes and design, as well as the theme, color, and style of the images. Moreover, it also stated that not only does the Lover book share the same title, but both are a recollection of past years memorialized in a combination of written and pictorial components. Amidst drowning under one lawsuit after the other over alleged plagiarism, Swift previously also hit the headlines over her controversy with Scooter Braun. For the unversed singer was signed to Big Machine record label, which she left in 2018. In 2019, Scooter Braun acquired the ownership of the label. Since then, there have been not so good relations between the singer and the Braun. Things became worse when Scooter sold her master recordings for $300 million without informing her.